Your products are the most important part of selling on any platform, including Facebook Marketplace. Bad products are going to equal little to no sales, and great products, on the other hand, are going to equal a lot of sales and a lot of profit. So in this video, we're going to break down some of my favorite strategies that you can use for product research on Facebook Marketplace. One of the best ways is to find a shop and see what's actually selling on that shop, and then reverse engineer the supplier and the products that the shop is selling, okay? So there's many ways to do this, but one of my favorite ways is to just hop on your phone, search around a little bit until you're suggested a product. When you get suggested a product that looks like it could be potentially drop shipped, or even like a product that looks like it might be selling, then you scroll down through that product or through that seller. At the very bottom, you'll get suggested other shops, because Facebook's pushing shops a lot lately, okay? Then you want to click in some of those shops and see if those shops look populated with a lot of items and if they have sales. Now, if they have sales, you can then reverse engineer those products by looking on mobile, and it will actually tell you the sales of those things, or you can just search that actual shop in desktop on your computer on Facebook Marketplace, or just Facebook like for the shop in general. Find that shop, again, look at what products they're selling, reverse engineer their suppliers, their products, and then list them yourself. Now, just like you can do this with a shop, you can also do this with personal profiles as well, okay? So an easy way to do this is to find a person that's selling on Marketplace, see what's actually selling from their profile, and then again, reverse engineer what they're selling, find their supplier, find their product, and list it yourself, okay? Now, there's many ways to go about doing this, but two of my favorites are either to actually search in the search bar on Facebook Marketplace, like either top brands that you know drop ship, top brands that you think that you can sell. An example of this might be DeWalt. I've talked about this in other videos. And you can type in those brands or just types of products into the search bar on Facebook. Figure out which ones look like drop shipping listings, and then find drop shippers. It's really, really easy. They all use stock photos. They're very easy to spot, and if you have any experience drop shipping, you'll be able to find these people very, very easily. Pull up a couple of different stores, and if you actually look through their stores, sometimes Facebook will tell you what's selling on their stores. If not, then what you want to do is you want to come back like every hour or two, refresh their page. You want to leave it up, okay? Little caveat there. So leave their page up with all their profile with all their sales and what's actually sold. Come back in an hour or two, refresh the page, and what's popped up in front of the actual item that was on the top. So maybe there's like 5 new listings in front of that, or maybe there's like 10 new listings in front of that, or 2. Well, there's a high likelihood that at least one of those, if not a couple, are sales, because when they move to the top of that person's profile, a lot of times that's either because that person is messaging somebody about that, which means that there's interest in that listing. It means that they've updated something in that listing, which is another potential indicator that it might be a decent listing. They could have just listed it, which again is, it's just an indicator in that sense. And then, or it could mean a sale, okay? So one of those 4 things. So if, let's say hypothetically, you look at somebody's personal profile, and so just reverse engineer all of those products, figure out the supplier, figure out where the actual product's coming from, and then list it yourself. And that will give you a higher likelihood to find hot selling products, because those are proven. You're going off data from another person's sales, or at least their listings that have moved, instead of just listing a bunch of random stuff. Another way that you can do that, instead of actually searching for the brands, is if you're in a Facebook group full of drop shippers or Facebook sellers, is you can actually search for people's names in Facebook Marketplace. So you want to expand your search like 500 miles, go to the East Coast, search for that person. If they don't pop up, expand your search 500 miles, go to the West Coast, try to find that person. If they don't pop up, then you want to go to like the center of the country, again, 500 miles out, search for that person. Eventually you will find that person's profile. It's not very hard. And then again, same thing, you can reverse engineer their best selling products, list them yourself, and that's an easy way to go about doing it. Another easy way is to simply use product research software, okay? So if you have an Amazon subscription with Jungle Scout, maybe you're a private label seller, or you have experience with Amazon, you can use Jungle Scout to find hot selling products that have high demand but low like actual competition, and then sell those products on Facebook Marketplace, because clearly there's a lot of demand for them on Amazon and not a lot of sellers are selling those products. And so you can take that kind of that supply demand kind of data that you have on Amazon and morph that over to Facebook Marketplace. This doesn't always work, but it is another key indicator that might find success for that product or that niche, or other products very similar to it on Facebook Marketplace as well. Or same thing with eBay, right? Another one for eBay is Zeek Analytics. So you can just look at Zeek Analytics. You can even go to eBay sellers and like search them in Zeek Analytics. I have videos on this as well. Or what you can do is you can just go to like Zeek Analytics and find like the top 500 hot selling products on eBay currently. They literally tell you all that information. List from that top 500 list, and bam, I guarantee you a couple of those will be hot selling products and actually hit. The next one is very, very simple, but it's often overlooked. And that's to just simply go to the homepage of your favorite supplier's website and see what's suggested to you. Now, this is super simple, and that's probably why a lot of people overlook it, right? But often if you go to the homepage of, let's use Walmart for example, but you can pretty much go to any top supplier's website and they're gonna suggest you a lot of the hot selling products or what's trending now currently. So if you go to Walmart for example, well, if they're suggesting you like a bunch of grills on the homepage, it's probably springtime and grills are moving fast, and so that's an indicator that you should be listing a lot of grills. If you go to the homepage of Walmart, or let's say Home Depot for example, and they're suggesting you like a lot of workbenches, well, maybe that's what's trending or that's what's moving a lot right now. Now, this is not like an accident. These products are suggested to you by design because that website knows that those products are moving fast now, or at least that niche or type of product, and so you can use that data and that information, list it yourself, and it's going to be, not a guarantee, but it's going to have a high likelihood that if you list a bunch of products like that, at least one or two of them will potentially hit. Another simple method that's actually one of my favorite and super easy to do is that after you make a sale, especially on like a drop shipping listing, so like let's say hypothetically, again, you sell this, it's a drop shipping product that you sell on Facebook Marketplace. When you're going to check out on, let's say Amazon for example, well, often Amazon will suggest you right under that a bunch of other similar products like this that people are interested in as well. And so you can see this at the bottom of listings when you're actually listing, but you can also see this when you're checking out after you finish your actual purchase. It will show you like other people bought these as well, or other people are interested in these as well, and they're very, very similar. List from that list. It tends to work very, very well, and it's another great way to find obscure products that a lot of people aren't necessarily seeing, but also are very, very similar and very related to the product that you just sold, so you know that you're basing it on some kind of data, not just like a guess. Yet another easy way to find products that a lot of people overlook is to just simply go to eBay, search through some of the popular categories, or pretty much any category that you want. Sort through the listings. I like to go and sort through new. So I'll put like the little filters on. I'll go like new. I'll go within the U.S. because I don't want to be listing products and selling products that are outside the U.S. because then my shipping times are terrible. And I'll also list like with free shipping so that when my VAs are actually going through and listing products, there's not like they don't have to account for that potential shipping cost as well. But that's just what I do. If you're listing it yourself, you don't have to actually do this. But what I'll do is I'll set those filters and I'll just go through, because eBay will literally tell you, like if there's like 100 things on the actual sheet there on eBay, it will tell you which ones have sold and how many that they've actually sold. So if you just list all the items that have sold, again, higher likelihood that at least some of those items take off, because if they're selling on eBay and there's past sales, eBay is literally telling you these have sold on the platform, and you list all those items on the Facebook Marketplace, again, high likelihood that at least one or two of them hit, and chances are a couple of them will for you. The next one is solely used on the phone. So for whatever reason, Facebook rolls out like different features at different times. So some features that you'll have on the computer are very different to like some features that you'll have on mobile if you scan through like Facebook Marketplace on your phone. So if you're on Facebook Marketplace on your phone and you're actually looking to reverse engineer products, the phone will actually tell you how many times a product has been added to cart, how many times a product has sold, and if it's an actual hot selling product, it will literally tell you it's a hot selling product and it's moving fast. So if you do product research from your phone on Facebook Marketplace, whether you're doing any of the strategies that we've talked about, whether you're reverse engineering shops, whether you're looking through personal profiles, you can see all their data. It's going to tell you on mobile device. So search through Facebook Marketplace on your phone, find those products. A lot of times what I like to do, because it's difficult to actually reverse engineer on the phone, I'll use the phone to do product research because it tells me what's sold and what's hot, and I'll reverse engineer stores or other personal profiles. I'll take screenshots of those pictures, and then I'll find those pictures on the PC later, or I'll hire a VA to do that for me. So this is a very, very easy strategy to do. but it works so much better on phone. And then take those screenshots to your computer, search them, and you will find hot selling products. The last tip, again, is something I've talked about in a number of videos, but for whatever reason, most people don't do it, and that's just to list more, okay? One of the easiest ways to find hot selling products is to literally just use like the bulk or like the quantity approach, okay? Don't get me wrong, like quality over quantity all day, the type of products and if you're listing hot selling products, it's what's gonna move the needle the most. That said, okay, you want to be listing more hot selling products, right? If you list a lot of hot selling products, you're going to do a lot better than if you just list like 10 hot selling products a day, okay? And so I, every single day, list up to 150 products a day because that's the max. I try to get as close to 150 products per personal profile. Shops, it doesn't matter. There's no limit. So if you're listing on a shop, this is irrelevant. But on personal Facebook Marketplace profiles, you can list up to 150 a day. So list more products, okay? I'm not saying like just list random products. List as many potential hot selling products as you can find in a day, up to 150, because if you take the throw shit at a wall and see what sticks approach, chances are you're gonna find some hot selling products that other people aren't finding, okay? And some of my best products were actually found this way. I highly recommend it. Ultimately, there are many ways to find hot selling products to list on Facebook Marketplace, but these are just a few of my favorite methods.